Hi, everybody, and welcome to Managerial Accounting. I'm Professor Quinn, and in part one of this orientation video, I'm going to show you the resources that are available to you on Canvas. And in part two, I'm going to show you how we'll be utilizing a website called Cengage Now. So when you first log into Canvas, this is the home page that you will see. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is to go to the Readme First section. This will provide you kind of a generalized overview of what you will find in Canvas, as well as the steps you need to take to get started in the course. So the first thing that you will see are links to the two orientation videos. Please make sure to watch them in their entirety, as there's a lot of information in both of these videos that are very important, so please make sure you read through those. On Canvas, again, we're going to be really using Canvas as more of a site where there are resources available to you. All of your homework assignments and exams will be completed in Cengage Now. So on Canvas, you'll find a copy of the syllabus. You'll have a printable calendar as well as a detailed homework and test schedule that you should absolutely print out. It will really help you stay on track this semester. It is only an 8-week session, so we have a lot to cover in a short period of time. You'll also find the information about the options you have for textbooks. I know you received an email from me a few weeks back talking about your textbook options, specifically Cengage Unlimited, but I list out all of those options for you in another module. Each chapter has a module set up, and each one contains some resources for you. So it has PowerPoint slides. If you kind of want to walk through those, you can do that. You will also find my YouTube videos, which students in the past have said are extremely helpful. I walk you through how to solve similar exercises or the exact same exercises to those that are in your textbook. And I give you some important reminders as I kind of walk you through those examples. So definitely make sure to utilize those as you're going throughout the semester. Every start of each week, which is going to start every Monday, I send out a reminder announcement reminding you what you have due in the upcoming week. If you haven't done so already, I strongly recommend that you download the Canvas app for your phone. That way, anytime I post an announcement, it will alert you on your phone. Anytime I post a grade in Canvas for you, it will alert you on your phone as well. All of your grades are found under the Grades tab in Cengage, as well as in Canvas, so they're located in two locations, so at any given time you have a clear kind of picture of where you stand in the course. There are 2 discussion board posts that are available to you all semester. The first is called Have a Question. So if you are sitting one night doing your homework and it's late at night and you've watched all my Professor Quinn videos, you've read through the book, you've utilized the resources in Cengage Now, and you are still just stumped on something dealing with your homework, you can actually post your question in that discussion board to your classmates. And maybe one of your classmates that are working on the same assignment, maybe at the same hour at night, might be able to answer that question for you. Please note that you can only post questions regarding homework assignments. You cannot post questions regarding exams. The second one is called A Piece of Advice. In this orientation video, as well as the second one, I'm going to be talking about a very wide variety of resources that are available to you. So it's very easy to forget about one. So this is a place for you to go in and share with your classmates what resources that you are utilizing that you have really felt has made a difference for you, that has helped you be successful in this class. So that maybe if somebody is maybe struggling or they're needing additional resources, they can pop in here and see what's working for one of their classmates in the class. So definitely pop in here every now and then, either leave your best piece of advice or read what your classmates are leaving for you. So you have 7 important tasks that you have to complete in order to get started in the course. The first one, of course, is to watch both of these orientation videos. You're going to read through the syllabus. You're going to sign and date and upload the syllabus agreement form, which I'll show you in a minute, and that is your first graded homework assignment. You definitely want to read and print out that calendar and the homework and test schedule. It has all the due dates and times for every assignment or exam. With a fully online course, the absolute worst thing that you can do is fall behind, especially in this situation where it's an accelerated online course. We are going to be covering the same amount of material that you cover in a normal full fall or spring semester in about half the time. So there's not a lot of time to play catch up. So these 2 resources are going to be vital for you to make sure you're staying on track. You're also going to introduce yourself to the class by using the discussion link, and you have to respond to at least 2 of your classmates' introductions, and this is also a graded assignment. You're then going to go to the Cengage Now module and follow the very detailed instructions that I've provided to you to get you registered into the course. And then you're going to complete the first 2 assignments in Cengage Now. For many of you, this might be your first online class, so I kind of give you a little bit of an overview here of what an online class is. So what it's not is it's not easier, it's not less work, it's not a class that covers less material than in a full fall or spring semester, and it's definitely not a class that doesn't have deadlines. So all of those misconceptions around an online class, kind of erase them from your head, because it is going to require you to do a significant amount of work. It's not necessarily easier because you're going to have to really be directing yourself and utilizing all the resources that are available to you to help you better understand that material. Again, there's a lot that I've provided to you, but you have to utilize them. And you do have deadlines. So you have to pay attention to that. Again, that calendar and that detailed schedule are going to be vital for you. So what an online class is, the convenience of an online class is that you don't actually have to come in and attend class, but you do still have deadlines. So there are still due dates that you have to meet. It's flexible in the fact that you are allowed to work on your assignments at the time that works best for your schedule. So if mornings are best for you, nights, weekends, whatever the case may be, you have to schedule time every single week to work on this class. If you do not carve out time and you think you'll be able to just squeeze in all of your assignments on the day that they're due, you are going to find that you absolutely do not have the time available to do that. So you really want to carve out time every week. Pretend it's like a class that you have to go to, and set aside some hours every single week to work on this class. You are still connected to your faculty member, which is me. So anytime you have questions, you can send me an email. I'm happy to walk you through anything that you're having difficulty with. And also, it is a class, meaning that you have to put in just amount of time and effort that you would in a face-to-face class. In some cases, you have to put in more effort for this accelerated format because, again, this is an 8-week class. A fall or spring semester is 15 weeks, and we're covering the same amount of material. So there's a lot that's covered every single week, so you really have to make sure you are scheduling the time to allow yourself to be able to complete all of your assignments by the due date. In the next section, you see that I provide you again with a syllabus, a printable schedule, as well as a calendar. This is where once you've read through all 3 of these, where you're going to click on this link, it's a Word document. You're going to upload to me your syllabus agreement form by typing in your name and signature and date, which indicates that you have read through the syllabus and you understand all of the policies that this course has. So the calendar is exactly that. It's in a PDF format. You can print it out, and it has all of the due dates put in for each set of chapter assignments, as well as all of your exams. So it's a great thing to have visually in front of you. If you have a desk at home, print it out, hang it up somewhere in your refrigerator if necessary, so that you don't miss any of your assignments. The homework and test schedule that you have at the top, I've provided you some very important reminders about your homework assignments. So please make sure to read through all of that, as well as things about when your correct answers for exams are available to you. So make sure you read through this information. It's not just there for show. You have to read through it. And then I list out every single assignment that you have, every test that you have, when it becomes available to you, when it's due, the number of attempts that you have available, as well as whether or not you have to hit a certain minimum requirement in order to be moving on to the next assignment. So you'll notice that every single assignment becomes available to you on June 27th. So this actually opens up early for you, this course, so you have the ability to get started right on the 27th. Every assignment is technically available to you on that date, but you cannot access the next assignment until you complete the assignment that's listed before it. And then you have all of the due dates. You do have the ability to get ahead in this class. So if you know that you have a busy work schedule coming up, you have a family vacation coming up, whatever the case is, you can get all of your assignments done and your exams done ahead of time. So you can progress right through this course as quickly as you would like. But again, you have to complete the assignments in the order that is listed. You can't jump around, so you have to go step by step. You have lecture assignments and homework assignments. Lecture assignments are short videos that cover the learning objectives in the chapter. They give you some information about the terminology, they provide examples to you, and then you have some questions that you have to answer regarding what you've watched. You have 2 attempts on those lecture assignments. So you need to have an overall score of 72.5% or better in order to access the next homework assignment. So every assignment you see listed is a prerequisite for the next assignment. So you will not be able to access the homework assignment part 1 for chapter 2 until you have a 72.5% or better on that first lecture assignment. So the great thing is the homework grade that you have in this class, which counts as 30% of your final grade, is 100% in your hands of whether or not it's going to be an A or an F or somewhere in between by the end of the semester. So this is more than any extra credit assignment would ever give to you. So really take advantage of this. So for example, if you are taking the chapter 2 homework assignment part 1, you get a 75% on your first attempt. You have met the minimum requirement. You will be able to move on to the lecture assignment part 2. However, if you go in and you review what you did right, review what you did wrong in that homework assignment, and take that assignment again, all the information for every question in that assignment will repopulate with new information. However, you should now have a better understanding of how to solve those problems by reviewing the feedback that you receive. Now, if you take it for the second time and you get a 90 on that second attempt, the 90 counts for you in this class instead of the 75. However, only attempts that are submitted by the due date and time count. So if you took that first attempt that you got a 75 on the 5th of July, and you don't take your second attempt until the 9th, that 90 doesn't count for you anymore. It was taken after that due date and time. So pay attention to those due dates because that is really important. This is also why you do not want to try to start all of your assignments on, for example, the 7th of July, because first of all, you'll never get through all of those assignments. And secondly, you'll never have a chance to actually improve your score so that helps you at the end of the semester with that 30% of your final grade. You have 3 attempts on homework assignments. Homework assignments, you're going to be applying what you've learned in those lecture videos. You do not have to get a minimum score on a test. You only have 1 attempt on exams. So, for example, when you take the Chapter 3 homework assignment Part 2 and you get above a 72.5, the test number 1 will open, as well as that Chapter 4 lecture assignment. So there's no requirement in terms of grades on your exams. But really, this is your chance to practice the material. This is your chance to make your homework grade the best average it can possibly be by the end of the semester, because that can really improve your overall score of your grade, or it can really drag down your final grade at the end of the semester. So that is really in your hands. For the syllabus, my contact information is at top. As I mentioned in that email that was sent out a few weeks ago, we use a textbook through Cengage Publishing, and they have something that's called Cengage Unlimited. Cengage Unlimited is basically Netflix for textbooks. So you pay 1 subscription fee, and you have access to all of the materials that you will need for the course. It automatically gives you the ebook, which is a fantastic ebook that you'll see in part 2 of the orientation video. It gives you access to all of the resources and study tools in Cengage now, as well of course as your homework assignments and your tests that are in Cengage now. You can, through Cengage Unlimited, also get a print rental of the textbook. So if you'd like a hard copy of the textbook, all you have to do is pay $7.99 and they ship it to you for free. And they also give you a return label to ship it back to them for free. You can buy a Cengage Unlimited access code in the bookstore. So if you have financial aid and you want to cover that with your financial aid, you can do that. You can also buy the textbook bundle at the bookstore. That will give you the textbook, the hard copy of the textbook, as well as a Cengage Now access code. But that access code is only good for this one course, so just be mindful of that. You only have to buy one or the other. You do not need to buy both. Cengage Unlimited by far is your cheapest option, even if you try to purchase it the textbook online through Amazon or something like that, because you still need that access code. So regardless, Cengage Unlimited is by far your cheapest option. Grades, as I mentioned before, homework counts as 30% of your final grade. And again, that is in your hands if it's an A or an F. So it's either going to help your overall grade by the end of the semester or it's going to hurt it. As I mentioned, you have to get a 72.5% or better on each assignment in order to be able to access the next assignment. I do allow all students 2 24-hour homework extensions on assignments. And each homework extension is only good for one assignment. It does not go for a chapter's worth of assignments. For example, you might want to use your first homework extension on the Chapter 4 homework assignment part 2. That would give you 24 hours extra to complete that assignment past the due date, and you would get credit for that assignment. It does not work for all of the Chapter 4 homework assignments. So you can't email me and say, Professor Quinn, I need an extension on Chapter 4. Every extension, and you only have 2, is only good for one assignment, not an entire chapter's worth of assignments. So please be mindful of that. If you miss an assignment, meaning that you do not complete it by the due date and time, and you have not requested an extension, and you have to request an extension before the due date and time has passed, you will get a 0 on that assignment. You will still have to, however, complete that assignment in Cengage. You will still have to get to a 72.5% or better in that assignment on Cengage, but you will get no credit for it in the class. So you really have to make sure you're staying on top of those assignments. You have 4 tests this semester, and in total they count for 70% of your final grade. Your lowest test only counts for 10%, your highest test counts for 25%, and the 2 tests in the middle count for 15 and 20%, again, respective of your scores. I typically do not give makeup tests out of fairness for everybody else who has taken and prepared to take that assignment and submit it by the due date and time. However, if there is something that is preventing you from taking your exam and submitting it by the due date and time, please get in touch with me as soon as possible. Do not wait days or weeks to reach out to me, because it will be too late and I will not give you a makeup exam. Also, do not email me and tell me that you couldn't do the exam on time because you were away on business or you're away on vacation. You have the ability to get ahead in this class, so if you have a vacation scheduled, a business trip scheduled, a busy work week coming up, get ahead the week before so that you do not fall behind in the course. I do not give extra credit assignments, period. So I give you 30% of your final grade. That is homework. That is 100% in your hands of whether it's going to be an A or an F, and that is more than any extra credit assignment will ever provide to you. So you need to make sure you're taking advantage of that, and also making sure that you're doing your assignments on time. In the Cengage Now section, again, you have the textbook purchasing options and the instructions to get you logged into Cengage. So everybody's going to have to click on this link. I also give you a step-by-step walkthrough process in screenshots. So if you've never used Cengage Unlimited before, I show you how to do that. If you took financial accounting this summer and you are just adding this course, you do not have to buy Cengage Unlimited again. You simply just have to add the new course by putting in this new course key. So that's all you have to do. Again, as I mentioned, there's a lot of resources that I'm going to mention that are both available on Canvas and Cengage Now. So if you're ever confused of where to find a certain resource, you can come right here, and I've given you a little cheat sheet of where to find all of those resources. Every chapter, as I mentioned, has a module set up. It has the PowerPoints, and it has all of these YouTube videos. I tell you what I'm covering. I tell you whether I'm covering the exact same exercise that's in your textbook or one that is similar to one that is in your textbook covering the same topics. Students in the past have said these are one of the most useful resources that they had available, so definitely go in here and make sure that you utilize them. You will see that there are a lot in here, so make sure that you take advantage of that. So that's the end of part 1. Again, part 2 is going to cover how we're going to be utilizing Cengage Now.